Welcome back to Return to Disc. I am Dan, and you may have heard the big news. Disney is licensing all of their physical media operations to Sony. So what does that mean? That means every new movie that's put out by Disney will be supervised on physical media by Sony. And they could go in the back catalog. What does that mean for like the Hulu streaming shows like on FX, like particularly one of my favorite shows, The Bear? I don't know. Will we get a Blu-ray set of The Bear? I hope, but I don't know. Not sure what it means for like the Fox titles and stuff like that. I'm optimistic, but the Digital Bits broke this news, and if you're not following Digital Bits, why not? They're one of the best resources for physical media. But the whole thing got me excited. I'm really optimistic about this deal. I think it's a good move on Disney's part. Sony puts out some great discs, and they're one of the best physical media mainstream commercial companies. They're top of the line as far as their audio, video qualities, and all that. But the whole thing got me thinking, why physical media? Why in 2024? Why should we be optimistic? We had the deal with Best Buy saying they're done, and they've pretty much cleaned house on their website. For whatever reason, those Paramount 4Ks of like Nutty Professor and Terms of Endearment are still expensive because I've been trying to get those for a reasonable dollar, but everything else seems to be discounted. A lot of steelbooks are gone, and a lot of stuff is still on their website, but you have to go to the store. You can't order from their website, so they're really shutting down on physical media. So I went to Target. Target also seems to have more vinyl records, which is kind of ironic to me. They have more vinyl records than movies now. So it's just part of the business, right? It's part of things change, things move on and evolve. So is this Sony Disney deal. I think that's part of the evolution of physical media. We're going to see a lot more boutique companies like, I got the little darlings in Red Rock West, Cinematograph titles that came out earlier this year. Great releases. Paramount title for Little Darlings, and their March announcement is going to be Paramount. So I'm excited what's going to happen with the boutique labels and a lot of the higher commercial movies being like, bought out. And it got me really thinking, Walmart now is taking over for Best Buy. I've noticed Walmart's website is basically a carbon copy of what Best Buy used to be, with the exclusive steelbooks and particularly the Lionsgate steelbooks and stuff like that. So I ordered a movie I watched on Showtime called Past Lives on Blu-ray. Love the movie, and I can't wait to get it. And it's supposed to be here yesterday, but it said delayed. So I contact Walmart, and I'm like, hey, what's up? And, I guess it was a guy on the IT. He was just like, hey, how's your day? Let me know how your day is going. And it's my birthday. We have a lot of crappy customers, and you're one of the nice customers. And I was just like, kind of taken aback by him wanting to have this personal conversation while I was trying to resolve my issue with my delayed package. But he said, nothing to worry about. It'll be resolved. And he was right. Turns out it was lost in transit by FedEx. And so I was like, well, can we just reorder it? He said, no, we got to refund you, and then you can reorder it on your own. I'm like, well, I just wish that there was a way that we could just reorder this with the credit and just send me another copy. But I had to do the refund thing. And I was talking to my buddy Paul from Twinflix, who's been on the channel here talking about Friday the 13th, and I've been on his channel like numerous times. And he was nice enough to offer me like, hey man, I got Prime, send me the money, and we'll have it shipped to you. So I'm getting Past Lives hopefully tomorrow for review. So I'm really excited to share my thoughts on that movie. But if Walmart is taking over, is this a red flag? Because this is not a good first impression for me as far as Walmart. And do I want to do Walmart Plus? Not really. I don't really want to, but I had added another movie that's coming from Walmart, Cliffhanger 4K Steelbook. is coming next week. It says Monday, and it's, it's got some traction on the wheel here. Label is not just created; it's actually been picked up and processed. It's going through I believe it's possibly in Illinois right now. But yeah, so Cliffhanger's on the way. So those two movies I had free shipping that way because I got over $25 or whatever the limit is. But I was not going to pay $6.99 for shipping on top of the price of Past Lives. So I'm glad Paul offered to do that for me. Yeah, physical media to me, I don't know. I just feel like it's become more important. 5 years ago, people would say, and I could tend to agree with them, everything is on streaming. But 5 years ago, Netflix wasn't cracking down on accounts. Netflix wasn't having ads. Amazon wasn't having ads. Everything's going to this ad-based thing. Physical media, you actually own it. You have the availability. Take it off your shelf. And I can watch a movie anytime I want. I have it. It's readily available. I don't have to rely on a cloud to save my digital copies or what have you, because PlayStation had a thing a couple of years ago where titles were leaving and they weren't telling people that bought copies of these movies, and they weren't refunding them. They were just vanishing. And that's like a big fear of mine, is having like a movie that I really love vanish. The only way that my movies are going to be vanished behind me is somebody comes in here and steals them. And that's could happen, but I hope not. It's just, if things are going away, and I don't know, I'm hesitant to like full up on the cloud and streaming and go all in. So that's a big reason why I'm still into physical media. Another reason is picture quality. Picture quality, 4K UHD disc. If you do it, if it's a right restoration, and Little Darlings, for example, that wasn't even available on streaming, and I have it now in my collection, and it's the best quality it's gonna be. It's amazing. So high quality. Top Gun Maverick, last year, a couple years ago. That disc looks amazing. Looks great on Paramount Plus, but even better on disc. High bit rate and no buffering, and depends on the internet connection. And then I've seen services now charging more for Dolby Vision, more for 4K, more for HDR. Now it's a couple dollars, so if you have it, great. But I don't know. I mean, to me, it's always first, if you really love the movie, own it. And now is a more critical time. I think we got to support these boutique labels like a Vinegar Syndrome, Shout Factory, Severin. We just got to support these smaller companies. Kino Lorber putting out great stuff. Warner Archive. It's getting weird out there, but I think I'm still optimistic about this year. I think this year is going to be great. I mean, look at The Crow. The Crow is coming on 4K, and it has one of the best steelbooks. This thing looks amazing. And you can pre-order it now. But look at this. It's amazing quality here. So yeah, I just kind of wanted to, vent a little bit. I've been seeing a lot of people, going either way, where it's like, physical media is ending and I should sell my movies. Hang on to them. I say hang on to them, and you never know what's going to happen here. Things are going up in price. I mean, we're getting up to cable prices. If you were to buy every streaming app, Amazon, iTunes, or Apple, and Netflix, Hulu, and Peacock, and Paramount, and you're getting cable price tiers here. So something's got to give. And yeah, I'm optimistic with this Disney-Sony deal that we're gonna see some great releases here by Sony that are Disney titles. What do you guys think out there about all this? I mean, do you guys still collect physical media regularly? I don't buy every title, but I buy the titles I like. And do you guys still pay for streaming? I have a balance of both. What do you guys think of the Sony Disney deal? Let me know in the comments. And just overall thoughts on physical media. I love it, obviously. Hope you guys do too. And thanks for watching. Be sure to subscribe. And as always, this has been Return of the Disc. I'm Dan.